So today we're going to be changing the oil in both motors of my Rinker boat. We're getting ready to pull it out here next week and store it for the winter, and I always like to change the oil at the end of the season to get rid of all of the contaminants that's in the engine. I know there's probably some different schools of thought on that, but to me it doesn't make any sense to let things just sit in the engine all winter long. I'd rather get them out and have fresh oil. So I'm going to start the port side engine and let it run for about 15 or 20 minutes to get it warmed up, and then I'm going to show you how we pump it out, because obviously in a boat you can't get to the drain plug. You have to pump it out with a hand pump. So I'll show you how we do that. It's not that big of a deal, but just a little bit of work. Probably it takes about an hour total for each engine. Yeah, let's get to it. So you can see we have the port engine running right now. We're gonna let it run, and this is the port engine over here, the starboard engine's over here. We're gonna work on this one this afternoon. I might not be able to get both of them done today, but definitely gonna get that one done. So yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so the motor's been running for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna pull the dipstick out and just set it over here. And I'm gonna pull out my pump. So this is my pump right here. And you snake the hose down in where you pull the dipstick out. You snake it all the way down in there and you'll feel it stop. I'm gonna just put this right here. We're gonna snake it down in here to where you'll feel it stop at the very bottom. Okay, it stopped. Okay, so I basically have my pump set up. I've got this down in where the dipstick went, and I am going to start pumping away. So basically, you lift up on this, and you start pumping until it builds a suction. It's starting to build a suction right now. It's hard to do this with one hand, but you just keep going up and down. And let me get this going for a minute, and I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, we're filled up here as high as it's going to go. I'm going to go drain it out, and then I'll probably be able to get a little bit more in the bottom. I want to get as much of the old oil out of this block as I can. So yeah, I'm going to go empty this, and then I'm going to try to get whatever else is in there, and then we'll start putting oil back into it. So this is how you know you've gotten all the oil out. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's air. So that's how you know, is when you hear that air sound, that you've gotten everything out that you can get. So on this side of the motor, I don't know if you can see this, we have our trim and tilt pump right here. So I'm gonna try, hold on one second here. I'm gonna try to see if you can see this. There's a couple of Phillips head screwdriver slots. We got to move this out of the way to get to the filter. Okay, and then there should be another one over here. I don't know how you can see. It's always really dirty down here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but trust me, there's another one down here. So I'm going to get that one undone, and then we'll get to the filter. So I'm not sure. Can you see the oil filter right there? The orange? that's going to be the one we get to now. Really easy to get to, and should unscrew, and I'll put the new one in, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so we are done technically with changing the oil in both engines, new filter. So yeah, it takes about an hour each engine by the time you pump it out, dump the oil out, get the filter out. I'd figure about 2 hours on a twin engine, but yeah, so I'm good to go now. We're gonna schedule to get the boat pulled. I'll make sure we do a video on that. Some of you might be wondering how that's done. And it's kind of interesting, so we'll be doing that here in about a week. So yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time on Fix It Warrior.